Welcome back, YouTube. So in today's video, we're going to talk about the probability of Dogecoin seeing $1 and exactly how that can happen. Let's take a look at some of the TA here very quickly. You will see that shorts have been consolidating immensely over the last day, literally have pretty much almost eradicated themselves down to previous levels before the massive run up that we've seen in the last 24 hours or so. So again, this is, and Dogecoin is still up. And this is the point that I wanted to make because people are saying that, oh, the shorts are going to knock it back down to 6 cent or whatever. Not without retail selling. The discouragement can only happen if shorts come in and push pressure down on the price, put pressure down on the price, and then retail will get scared and say that they're going to sell. But because the catalyst is longer term, they're going to have a much more difficult time because this is not just about hopium like the last cycle to say that, oh, I'm going to get in and it's going to go to the moon just because of the space launch or just because of this SNL or just because it's a hot topic right now. There is a long-term projection here of an integration of Dogecoin and Twitter. This is going to have people wait for that catalyst and take on early positions and hold. So shorts are going to have a tougher time creating that panic like they have in the past. So this is a major difference between previous cycles and right now. So this is really, in my opinion, this is really great. I think this is a much better position for all of us to be in because this Twitter integration is going to open up doors for Dogecoin with different institutions. Let's take a look here at the price action. And then we're going to get into Doge and Twitter and the $1. So yeah, right here we are consolidating. We're roughly at around like 11 cents. Got a rejection here off of the 15-cent mark, but we are holding at around 11. So about 90, 100% increase. We're still holding up here. And we're just got a rejection here off of the low 11s and we're pushing back up. So again, we're still close here to around this 13-cent mark. We'll see where these candles close out at, but this is really great here that we're consolidating much higher despite the BS, despite the FOMO, despite the shorts coming in, despite the drama that we're seeing here to try and get the coin down or to say that it's just hype. You'll see this a lot on Twitter now against the people who either sold Dogecoin or simply just don't want to participate or hate Dogecoin, whatever, and just feel the need to speak out negatively against it, saying, oh, look, it consolidated back down. Nothing always goes up. Don't be alarmed by the ignorance of those statements. You can't show me anything that has a trajectory of just increase 100% all the time. It goes up, it consolidates, it goes up, it consolidates, it goes down, it consolidates. It's a complete cycle here. This is completely fine. And I'd be very impressed if you could show me another asset that did 300% within the last week. So projection wise, we're fine. Long term, this is really, really great here. You see the curve here of the 21-day, 72, 50-day moving averages. Even the 200-day here is bending. So this is very, very good momentum here for the coin volume wise and exposure going forward. So let's talk here about $1 probability here for Dogecoin. And it really just comes down to the metrics of supply and demand, which is going to be pretty much where Dogecoin is going to be able to take control of its actual true price and not leave that up to shorts or for people who have a lot of money and who do not like the coin to try and influence the price. So Elon's 6-year plan for Twitter is to pretty much have 1 billion users. That was one of his things for buying Twitter. He felt like it was being underutilized, and he felt like it can be much more effective if improvements were made. There's roughly around 200 million or so users right now. So we're talking about a 5x from where it is right now. And if you have Dogecoin as a major method of payment on here, and not even stating the fact that there's only 135 billion coins available. Let's not even stating that fact. But even with the fact that if 50%, let's just say 500 million, or even if we say that it goes 1/5 and we only have 200 million users for the coin, we're going to see a severe pull on the pretty much what we call the free float of the coins available to purchase. So we know that the exchanges, brokerage, and stuff like that, they'll lend from the coins that you would see in the pool that's available. So that's if you go to a Robinhood, Binance, or whatever to purchase the coins and stuff like that. You purchase, you get that transaction. These exchanges, they own very large amounts of coins. And I still believe Robinhood is the largest owner of like Dogecoin, for example. But when these pools start to drain, it's going to be much more expensive to short the coin. It's going to be much more, the supply level of these coins are going to go down. This is going to increase the value of the coin. And as we have larger interface between retailers, let's just say on Twitter alone, let's just say the average person holds just a few hundred Dogecoin. And we don't need a large number. I believe that if we took the previous numbers of the amount of wallet holders alone, which was around like 4 million people, if they invested around $1,700 each into Dogecoin, there would be no more Dogecoin available to buy. And this is at 4 million people. So imagine 10, 20, 30 million people, not even just astronomical numbers like the amount of users that's on the platform, using Dogecoin for small purchases and stuff like that. And you will see just how scarce Dogecoin will be. It cannot sustain itself at these current prices. And I think this is one of the reasons why you see people being optimistic and taking positions now that this has happened. I've even seen some people who had sold Dogecoin previously just because of the time frame, the cycle, what was going on. They didn't think Elon was going to purchase Twitter, but because of the catalyst, they're actually coming back into the coin. So this is really just a monumental step for the coin and the longevity of the coin, adding stability to the coin, utility, all those good things. This is really, really great here. And even if you look here on the candle, you'll just see we just went back over 12 cents and we actually have a green candle forming here. This is the momentum I was talking about, and this is why I said that shorts is going to have a very hard time manipulating the price this time because of the long-term catalyst. Shorts were getting killed yesterday. They were trying during those big runs, but the buying pressure was just overwhelming. There was really nothing they could do. I even made a tweet about it. They were literally getting killed yesterday. And this is what happens when you have a strong catalyst and you have people who are saying that, okay, well, the prices went down or the prices fluctuate a little bit. I'm buying because I believe this is now going to be undervalued for where it's going to be because of this catalyst. And that's really how you have coins, stocks, all the kind of stuff like that really just get to the next level, is because you start having those long-term projections and those factors in there that make people okay with holding or acquiring more at any level just because they believe that it's undervalued. And I think this is going to be the case here. I think that for Dogecoin hitting those higher numbers, beating its all-time high, even getting to $1, that brings all this into effect and into play just because of the utility here, the amount of people that could be using Dogecoin on Twitter and the available coins. Because you say, oh, it's 135 billion. That's a lot of coins. Not if you're using it as a currency. If you're trying to flip and trade it and use it for like a scarcity value thing and stuff like that, then yeah, that's a lot of coins. But as far as for a currency used as a method of exchange between retailers on a platform, added with several streams of utility, that is not a lot of coins. Like 135 billion, I can tell you it's going to go relatively quickly here. And we actually can see just obviously depending on the amount of users that are using Dogecoin, we can actually see a form of scarcity in the coin here, causing it to appreciate to much greater levels. So that is my breakdown as far as for the projections here. I can see as far as for with what will happen with Dogecoin's price when we have that integration. I think that we are going to be genuinely shocked as far as what happens with the price of the coin. Well, not all of us will be shocked. Some of us will be very shocked because you'll see people in the comment section, they'll come back and try and convince themselves that they've been right. So some of us will be shocked, but some of us won't be. Some of us will be, we expected this all the time, this whole time, really. So those are my projections. Let me know what you think will happen long term when we start having 5, 10, 15 million, 20 million people using the coin. Let me know what you think will happen to the price of the coin here once we have this massive utility and have a bunch of people trading in and out of the coin. Let me know what you think will happen to the price in the comment section below. As always, check out Moomoo with payment for order flow free trading. I have a link for them in the description section. And if you want my trades for the week, including in options, you can check out my Patreon. We meet every week. I have a link for that in the description section as well. I appreciate all of you, and I will see you in the next video.